I like Bruno, but I just don't feel like he should be the main man in a team that's like challenging for the league. I don't think he's that guy.
But what was Mason the main man?
Mason who?
Mason Mount. I said Mason who?
What? Why are you talking about Mason Mount?
Because he's part of your team as well, and he plays the same position.
No, bro.
And he was Chelsea's player of the year.
How many times this season have they done really well in the game? They're really shit.
Yeah.
It's like every week it's like a yo-yo, bro. Up and down, up and down, up and down.
A minute ago, Jamie, about Tottenham's sort of frustration for the fans. They sit 10th in the Premier League. 1-5, drawn 1, lost 5.
Supporting this team is terminal.
Get rid of Casemiro. One because of the amount of money that he...
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for watching so far. New week, new guest. This week I am introducing Lenky. My brother, would you like to give us a little intro?
Yeah, man. No, it is, isn't it?
What you're at? Do you wanna?
Oh yeah, okay. So
like sorry, I should have been a bit more precise in terms of an intro. But he is a DJ. He does have other talents as well. So yeah, take it away. And
what you want me to tell them what I do?
Yeah, do your thing,
so
man.
I'm a DJ. I've been a DJ for a very long time, since I was 16. I foraged into music a little bit artistry here and there, you know, dibble dabble, and that, and yeah, that'd be it, I reckon.
Calm. And in terms of football, yeah, give us a little.
Yeah, I did a little bit of football coaching at a point. Did a little bit of football, not at any high level or anything, but just like Prospect Park courts and that.
Linking up, tiki taka,
bro.
Okay, so you were taking the Barca into the courts,
bruv.
Well, back then it would have been Arsenal.
They called me. Do you know when the teams I played? Do you know what they called me? The Wall, bro. Do you know why? Because when you pass the ball, it's coming back to you, bro.
The Wall.
The Wall.
Okay, I've never heard that before.
Back.
Okay, you're that kind of guy. What was your position?
Bruv, I didn't have a position, man. I just used to run.
Utility man. Like
when I first started playing football when I was really young, I was just quick, so they put me on the wing.
Okay.
So I used to just run in a straight line. And then when I got a bit older, I went into like right back, then centre back. And then when I actually started understanding football a bit more, I went into like holding midfielder. Okay. Because I used to run. I used to have lungs for days. I used to run bare. Yeah. And then I just went all over the place. And there was a point where I thought I was like a left winger or something, bruv. Like, bruv, I don't know.
Left winger, okay. Yeah. What, were you inside forward back in them days? Because I know you're right-footed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really know what I was, bruv.
All right, so intro. We have Lenky on the show. Small football career, courts guy, tiki-taka.
Yes.
All over the place in terms of positions.
Yes.
So let's get into it. We're going to start on Super Sunday because that's the most recent, and Super Sunday is always, when we talk about it on this podcast, usually a Super Sunday. So what game should we go with first? We'll go with Arsenal-Chelsea.
Yep,
obviously my boys, the big one, the big game. In terms of excitement, entertainment, I don't really think it disappointed.
But I don't think it was.
But it still wasn't games that we've seen of previous years.
But I think based on how Arsenal have been playing, I think you kind of expected it might not have been as good a game necessarily, because I feel like Arsenal have been a lot more like, I don't know what's happened, but they're not as cohesive in terms of their attacking. But obviously Odegaard was back, so you thought you're going to see a bit more. But because of the first game back, you're obviously not going to be up to full
scratch. But you still saw the difference that he made, because
definitely.
He obviously was instrumental with the assist. But there's even just other little moments as well where you saw what he could do. Yeah, how he can.
They missed him.
Find a pass.
They missed him badly. The thing is, they don't have anybody else like him in that team. So when you lose a player like that, it's a mess. You know what I mean? So obviously that comes down to recruitment as well. Yeah. You know, like it's a bad strategy to have one player who is that key to your team. That when he's gone,
and then you let someone out like who you would say is quite creative, Fabio Vieira. I don't know if he hasn't really hit the heights that we probably thought he was going to reach, but you've got someone like him who is creative, but then he's gone out, and then
but he's not even playing where he's gone though.
And then that's crazy. And then he's put Trossard in there. He's put like Partey's in centre mid, but Partey's not attacking like that, and he's playing him right back. And I just don't know. You're right. It's
just not cohesive. It's not been as cohesive as the last 2 seasons. I don't know what he's done or where he's decided to go in terms of the way of playing, because it is completely different to what it was the past 2 seasons. But
in terms of the game itself, Martinelli getting on the score sheet. Obviously, we talked about the assist from Odegaard. Do you think the keeper should have done better there?
Well, Sanchez is the thing with Chelsea is they signed about 50 goalkeepers, and none of them are good.
Literally none of them.
None of them are good. He's an okay shot stopper, but he makes so many of them kind of mistakes, and it cost him, like against Man United.
Yeah,
the penalty, he didn't need to do that.
Yeah,
you're getting beat at the near post. Don't need to get beat at the near post. He does some weird stuff.
So
and he's not great with feet.
That's a crap goal to concede.
I think it's a poor goal to concede.
In terms of Neto's goal, was that a poor goal to concede as well,
or from the keeper?
For the keeper, because
I think it was a good shot.
Closing down, you see Gabriel, and
that's what I think.
Throwing bodies if it's too late.
I think
too much space.
It was Martinelli though, because Martinelli sees him, and he should have come inside him. Yeah, because he sees him.
Yeah.
And he just lets him go into that space. You see what I'm saying?
And the way he's like kind of wondered, and then whoever's played it into him, he's like, yeah, it is. He's run into that space, and the man's played it into him, and he's like been able to first touch into that space, and then
he already assessed that it was like a box, the space there. So he knew I can get a touch, take it out, and smash it. You see what I'm saying? It's a good finish as well. So good goal. But it was quite quickly after you scored, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was literally there was 60th minute for Martinelli, 70th minute Neto. So even Stevens, we move. It's not the end of the day for Arsenal, but at the same time,
you can't keep dropping points.
We can't keep dropping any more points, and I think I said that on the last week's episode, and it is disappointing.
I feel like Liverpool, something will happen. They can't just keep going how they are. I thought there'll be like some blips. And to be fair, you played. I think they said like 6 of the last season's top 10, 5 of them away from home already.
But then this is the toughest. I was speaking about this as well previously. Like when you look at Liverpool's next 10 fixtures back then, you're like, well, that looks a bit tough. We'll see how good Arne Slot really is, and he's coming through. And he's came through like 4 or 5 of them already, and I'm just like, well, frightening. We'll see what happens. But let's move on to. We'll save United because of course we'll switch on to that.
We will, yes.
But Forest, Newcastle.
Yeah, I'll be real. I thought Forest were going to do them, man. Chris Wood against his old club. They're doing all right, innit? So I thought Newcastle have been a bit.
But then Newcastle picked up. No, they got beat by Chelsea in the league, but then they beat them in the cup, and then they beat us, and then Isak scoring again. And then ever since I cussed him on here,
you cussed him.
Yeah, I said he hasn't been doing what he's been doing. He needs to hit the heights of what he was doing last season, and he's bagged in his last 3-4 games.
Yeah, 4 games. Yeah,
so
he's a good striker though.
Yeah, he is a good striker. He's instrumental that they had him firing again because he scored again. Joe Linton got on the score sheet. What goal? Did you see that?
Yeah, serious. Man celebrated man. He said it's nothing.
It was mad because he was signed as a striker as well.
His transformation is one of the maddest because he was a solid striker and now he's doing up
CM,
box to box, CM control. Bro.
And it looks like he's comfortable doing that as well.
It's crazy, but I think modern day footballers you can move around. Yeah, you have to be, and I think if you've got a certain amount of technique or a brain in certain facets of the game, then you can move around positions. Yeah, you know what I mean. But it's still. But he just won a good striker though.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
Well, maybe before he got signed,
before he was because he was banging, but that was in the German league. People always question the German league. Murillo getting in the score sheet for Forest. He's got a call up to the Brazil squad. He's been solid.
He's been really good. No, I like Forest, man. Obviously, all our iron and them man are there. Vibes in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Always vibes.
It does look like vibes.
Elanga,
and do you know what's mad? I saw Nuno's interview, and he was just like, do you know what? The better team won. They literally in the second half were better than us. Yeah. And he was like, I can't fault my players. He said, I can't fault my players, can't fault anything about them, but just the better team won.
Yeah, it's nice when there's honesty sometimes, not all this.
That's what it seemed like in that second half anyway, the way Newcastle just came out.
But Nuno's done all right though. Obviously, when he went to Tottenham, that mash him up. He done decent at Wolves. Yeah. Tottenham mash him up.
He was like...
Would you go to Saudi or something? No, I'm sure he did. Yeah,
I think he did. Yeah,
come back. Yeah, he's done well. I think because when they signed him, obviously they had Steve Cooper in it. And everyone was like, "How are you going from Steve Cooper to him?" Yeah. But he's done well. Changed him. Yeah, he's done really
well. Before we touch on the Man United Leicester game, we'll finish off on Tottenham against Ipswich. Tottenham doing Tottenham things. I'm getting used to saying that on this podcast. Honestly, they managed to lose again.
They're crazy. They're just. It's just mad how how many times this season have they done really well in the game? They're really shit.
Yeah,
it's like every week it's like a yo-yo, bro. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Like
it must actually be frustrating. But then being a Tottenham fan.
Yeah, I know. At the same time, but then what are you saying about Ange though?
Well, this is something I was going to ask you about. What do you?
Because
think
you know what, I like him, but he annoys me.
Do you think he's under pressure, or
no, but he won't start
questioning him?
I don't know, man. I don't think Tottenham have ever done enough to put him under pressure, because what he's doing is like what everyone's done. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think it's enough for him to be put under pressure. They're still there or thereabouts. It's still early in the season, but obviously, like if they don't get far in a competition and then they don't get top 4 or whatever, then obviously he will. Yeah, because if he wins anything, he's there for the next 10 years. Trust me. Anything.
So he needs to focus on what
he needs to do is focus on a cup competition and try and win it. Like
winning that European. I think their best hope is probably going to be
the Europa League.
No,
I don't think so.
Do you not think they should go?
Ipswich done them though. They'll go to Herzinga Borogov or something and get moved to.
Overhead Smodic.
Yeah, decent finish. Yeah, man. Ipswich are doing all right, man. McKenna's my guy, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And then Delap getting on the score sheet as well. He's pretty much on their line, but
isn't it mad how like they're dead footballers, but their kids are like proper. But then the good footballers, their kids are not.
Yeah, meaty.
Yeah, a bit meaty.
It's weird, but he's got on the score sheet again. So fair play to Delap and Ipswich getting a win on the road. I think in terms of that win for Ipswich, it was their first away win in the Premier League in 23 years. But obviously they haven't been in the Premier League for a long time, but still, it's history.
Big win
it's
for
in
them,
the records.
Man.
There's a big win for them. So
big win for them, man. They are the relegation zone now. Well.
Yeah, exactly. To come out the relegation zone on international is probably big for them. So that's decent.
Yeah. And they haven't got many people going on international, have they?
No, I don't.
So
I wouldn't think
there'll be a good camp. They'll be happy to be buzzing in there.
And then see what they can do moving into the next period before Christmas. Let's move on to Man United. Let's
go, man. This is why I'm here, bro.
3-0 against Leicester. Okay.
These idiots.
So Fernandes, Christensen, own goal, and Garnacho. First and foremost, what do you think of the game? Were you happy with that performance?
It's Leicester, innit? Like we beat them in the cup. Yeah. It's what I expect. To be fair, I think the last 4 games, obviously, where Ten Hag's gone and Ruben has come in, they've been good games to come into. All home games, all against like rubbish teams. Yeah. So it's just good to get the
last 4 games. So you're okay. So Leicester, the Europa League. Who's that? PAOK. Draw against Chelsea, and then obviously and then Leicester.
Yeah, 4 dead teams.
But you've got to beat what's in front of you, or you've got to get results in what's in front of you. You've done 3 wins and a draw. There's another side of Manchester that have done
terribly.
1, 2, 3, 4 L's in their last 4. Yeah, 2-1 against Brighton, 4-1 against Sporting, 2-1 against Bournemouth.
Sporting. Who's the manager?
2-1 against Spurs.
Who was the manager for Sporting?
The manager for Sporting.
Who beat C4?
No, that was Amorim. We'll get onto him. But yeah, you're saying you're not really going to read too much into
because
that.
Ten Hag stench is all over them, man. Still, bro. It's horrible.
This is the one that said he would knee slide. By the way, I mentioned it again. That was something that I mentioned in I think an episode ago, 2 episodes ago. He said he would knee slide.
Bro, I can't. You know what? Yeah.
Let it out. What do you truly think of Ten Hag's
his tenure
at the club?
It was pretty pathetic.
Okay.
We won 2 trophies, fair enough. But bro, worst Premier League season.
Yeah.
And then you beat your worst and have the worst start the year after.
Yeah.
Nah.
Not good enough to.
And you know what?
But then he'll always be.
And then he
will be remembered the trophies.
The thing is, I don't mind that whole trophy talking. Like, obviously, you got to back yourself in. Yeah. But some of the stuff he was coming out with, like, he just had, he lies so much. Like when he was talking about the Tottenham game when we lost, he's like, I don't count that game because Fernandes got sent off and then the red card got rescinded, so it doesn't count. The fuck?
What do you mean?
That's what he said.
He's a clown. His interviews were very interesting. And he did sound out of his depth.
He was just so deluded to think that we were playing good.
That's the best word.
You know what I mean? Deluded. We weren't playing well, and he was doing mad. Bro, he put Mazraoui in the 10.
You put Mazraoui in 10?
Mazraoui in the 10, bro.
When did he do that?
In the Europa League, bro. Put Mazraoui in the 10. What are you doing? Ahmad is local, bro. The bare man that could do that.
He chose Mazraoui in the 10 over Ahmad.
I don't know what his problem with Ahmad is, because it's like, and this I don't want to manage sometimes because like there's clearly someone who's better than someone else.
Yeah.
But you just don't play them. Then you give dumb reasons. Like Ahmad was our player of the month in August. Didn't play again, bro.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, Anthony's been training well, so that's why Anthony came on ahead of him."
Wow, training must have been superb. Must have been superb in training.
So he fell on his own sword, man. Like towards the end, I just couldn't deal with the stuff.
And you were glad that he fell on that sword.
Yeah, man. He should have gone after the FA Cup game. To be fair,
yeah, just ended that way.
He himself should have said, "Yeah, I'm done," because he should have known it wasn't getting any better.
Yeah, of course.
But obviously,
he didn't
back himself in it.
He did back himself. Just while we're talking about that game quickly, Bruno Fernandes, his goal contributions after 250 appearances for Man United. I'll reel off 3 here. So we got Liverpool, Steven Gerrard, 115
in 250.
In 250. Kevin De Bruyne, 130.
What are you trying to do?
250. And then Bruno Fernandes, 156 in 250.
What are you trying to do?
I think he deserves a mention because he's hit that. Like,
listen.
A lot of people get onto him, but he actually is the driving force for you, man.
Yeah,
and good things that happen for you.
He is, but I like Bruno, but I just don't feel like he should be the main man in a team that's like challenging for the league. I don't think he's that guy.
But is Mason the main man?
Mason who?
Mason Mount. I said Mason who?
What? Why are you talking about Mason Mount?
Because he's part of your team as well, and he plays the same position.
No, bro.
And he was Chelsea's Player of the Year. No, we're not chucking Mason.
No.
Sorry, Mason, I was trying to make a case.
Obviously, based on who's in our team, yeah, he is probably the best performing player since Fergie. Since obviously Fergie, out of all the signings we've made, he's been probably the most who's kind of reached his level.
Oh, 100%.
But that doesn't mean that he's amazing. He is good. You know what I mean? He creates bare chances.
And he's your captain. Did you hear him? He came out and he spoke well of Nacho as well.
Yeah, but like you don't need to publish it. For me, like you don't need to come out and say, "Oh, he's upset because he's not safe in the fact." Just get on with it. Why do you need to? What he does a lot of, you'll always come out and say, "Oh, I just did this and I told him that he should do this," because he's trying to big himself. Like, look at me, I'm a sick captain. I love everybody. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? I'm maybe being harsh, innit? But
it sounds like we're being harsh.
No, but like, get on with it, bro. Like, people get criticised.
Bruno Fernandes does not deserve this from you.
I don't know.
Lenky.
I like him. I do like Bruno because, like, I don't think, like I said, he's not the biggest problem we have. But I think if we want to become a really top team, he is a problem because of his lack of discipline.
Okay. Well, quick comparison between the two sides. For those who probably don't know or aren't aware, Man United have conceded 12 goals this season, and Arsenal, who get talked about quite a lot, have conceded 12 goals as well this season.
I've got another stat. Anana has the most clean sheets in the league as well.
Again? He's doing it again.
Just saying, innit?
The tables, listen, Amarin just needs to get some. He can get points on the board. I mean, you're 13th at the moment on 15 points.
Which is disgusting.
And,
that's horrible.
If you want to hit the top 5, like Forest are on 19, so you're 4 points behind 5th place and you're 13th. So the table is real tight right now.
Yeah, at this stage of the season, like
11 games.
People always say crisis, but like 3 wins on a bounce and you're right back up there. Yeah. Because not whoever's people aren't going to stay up there. It's like Forest that were 3rd, but they're not going to stay there, are they? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think with Amarin coming in, I think he's coming in at obviously the games we've had have been good games for the team to get their confidence back, and he's coming now on top of that. So we're not in a horrible place.
Okay.
So there is a possibility that he could do something, but I just don't know how quick he'll be able to implement. Some of them, man, are bums, bro.
Yeah, bums. And while we're talking about that, let's quickly mention Ruud van Nistelrooy. Because in the last few hours, it's been mentioned that he's going to be leaving. How do you feel about that? Because me personally, I think if you've got a new manager coming in and he's bringing in all this stuff, just have a clean break. Like, Ruud came in, he done what he needed to do. His job was interim manager. He was interim manager. 4 games, undefeated. He's restored confidence, like you said. He basically done his job. Now we'll just move on. You don't want to be there and be a
it would have been
never going to happen anyway.
For sentimental reasons, it would have been nice to be around in it. But I think it's key. You got to make sure, like, obviously it seems like he's got a really good relationship with all the players. Yeah. Sometimes that's not a good thing. Because then you'll be like, "Oh, I'm not playing," and they'll go and bitch to him and be like, I'm not playing any games. And
maybe he could have been like player liaison officer or something.
But who's gonna? You know what I mean? I know. He was a manager, but he just won a couple of leagues. You're not gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? So I think 100% the right thing. He goes out. He's done. It's a dream for him. Obviously, to manage United. He ain't lost the game.
Listen, there's time. Managers' careers are very, very long, as we've seen with a man like Roy Hodgson. So I'm sure we're going to see him.
Yeah. He'll come back. But what's long though? Like, he was a manager. He came to be an assistant manager. Now he's out of a job. That other brother, Rene Hake or whatever his name is, he was a manager. He's coming to United and now he ain't got a job, bro. So what's he gonna do now? Where's he going?
Listen, this is the nature of the game, bro. This is football. This is football. We're talking to managers. We're gonna move on to Saturday now. After dealing with Super Sunday antics, and we'll start with we've got a couple of guests in the room as well. One of them is a Liverpool fan, quietly sat over there. But 2-0 against Aston Villa. Arne Slot, what are we making of his start?
You know what? At first, I'd have thought like his Klopp stench is still there, innit? And it's just it's gonna wear off eventually. Yeah. But he's definitely added bits himself. They're less like frantic.
Yeah, that's the first thing that everyone
they're
says.
more like calm, composed. I don't know, man. I just want them to fall off soon, innit? After the Forest game, I was like, yes,
such a United fan.
I said, you were here. They're gonna start falling off, and then obviously who did they play when they came back recently? And Salah scored that banger.
I'm not too sure.
Brighton.
It was Brighton.
Yeah. Okay. I thought they'll be dusted again, and then I don't know.
Pulled through.
I don't know, but I don't know. Are they relying on Salah?
You didn't want sorry?
Are they too reliant on Salah?
Well, I wouldn't say they're.
If he wasn't there,
it would be interesting to see, but they haven't had to deal with that yet. Just like Arsenal had to deal with Odegaard. Let's see if. But then he rarely gets injured anyway.
Yeah, and there's no AFCON and all that stuff.
Yeah, he rarely gets injured. And Diaz has been fire this season. I think he has.
He's been good.
He started the season on fire.
He's on and off. But like, I don't know.
Curtis Jones has looked impressive.
Yeah, I like Curtis Jones. I like him.
So I like him as a player as well, and he's looked impressive. And he likes Slot. He's spoken highly of him. So it's always good when a manager speaks highly, when a player speaks highly of the manager as well, because that's a good relationship. And he's probably going to be ride or die for him.
But they ain't got a choice as well, have they?
No, they're making a lot of money.
I can't say your manager's a pussy, or are you? You know what I mean?
We'll just be quiet, just like Rashford. Mute.
Yeah, but
So, good win for Liverpool against Aston Villa. That's another defeat for Aston Villa, Unai Emery. They're clearly, I think, struggling with having the Champions League and
and they've
got the squad as well. So
but then, like, what do people expect Villa to do, really? You know what I mean? Like, they lost to Liverpool.
Yeah,
that's normal.
That's true as well. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world, bro. You see what I'm saying? So
maybe that's why people aren't making a song and dance about it. But Southampton fans will be making a song and dance about this because they got beat on the roads to Wolverhampton, and Gary O'Neill.
Is that their first
win? That's their first win. Gary O'Neill needed that.
Yeah, he did. He's all right. I think he's a decent coach.
Yeah, he's a decent manager.
He's a decent coach. Just I don't know. They've been unlucky. They had bare decisions go against them.
Yeah,
in a lot. And they played a couple big teams and lost by one goal. Yeah,
they haven't been getting pumped basically.
Yeah, they haven't been getting pumped. They ain't getting pumped at all. So that's the thing with football. Like your luck can just change, isn't it?
He's still got credit in the bank, and what a goal from Cunha as well.
Yeah,
did you
fantasy
see it?
Football.
They were
12 points.
Yeah, all right, mate. Fucking hell. Some people would say that was a foul, though. I don't know who the Southampton striker was that kind of got bullied off the ball.
Yeah, it's about all this. It's just too inconsistent in terms of everything, like handballs, penalties, fouls, this, that. It's all inconsistent. So for me, I just think it always balances itself out at the end of the day. So it's what it is, isn't it?
Next game, West Ham and Everton is very quick. Almost, we'll call this one a quickie because that was 0-0. What shit game. Pickford pulled off a great save, I think, at the end from Danny Ings. Not much to talk about there. West Ham still not looking.
I don't understand how
at all.
They're looking bad, bro.
Signings,
they're looking
just
bad.
Play.
But some of his signings, like he signed that Fulkrug, but like
he's injured at the moment, so you can't really even talk about him.
But like,
what's he even going to do when he comes back?
Like, what's the
problem? They got wingers that are going to just be whipping balls into the box.
Well, obviously, Kudus is a big player. He won't be there for much longer, definitely.
He's been missing for the last 3-4 games.
Yeah, that's because he's trying to headbutt everyone, bro.
That was wild as well. He's an idiot for that. Can't be doing them things now, especially with VAR. But he's kind of killed them as well. Shame on you, Kudos.
I don't think he cared, to be honest. He lost his head and said, "Fuck it, man."
Everton, good point for now, I guess, on the road.
Yeah,
would they say?
No, but like Everton are doing like fairly steady, innit?
Yeah,
they're always going to be in and about relegation, but they're kind of steady right now, aren't they?
Sean just doing his job. Crystal Palace against Fulham, London derby, and Kamada got sent off. That was a dirty challenge, to be fair. At 76th minute, and at that point, it's already 2-0.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened this season, man.
But he came in and he's a free signing, and I think a lot of Palace fans will be thinking, thank God, because he hasn't really done much at all. He looked really good in that Eintracht Frankfurt team under Glasner, but it's not working at the moment at Palace. And
I don't know what's happening.
It's working for Smith Rowe. He scored.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Palace, because obviously like last season they went on that crazy run and that Mateta was banging. Obviously they lost Elise, so maybe Eze's lost his bit of, that was like his link up.
Eze's injured at the moment as well.
Yeah, right? and once those two are gone, it's like, and obviously they signed Nketiah. Has he done anything? Has he scored yet?
It's not really. I think maybe one.
But I don't think that's a bad signing. I thought that was going to work out, but I just don't feel like they've got.
He's been unlucky in a few games as well. I hope it works. I really want it to work.
They ain't got the right blend on the wings anymore. Like Palace have always had those two dangerous wingers. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like obviously with Elise gone, and then they replaced him with Sarr. Yeah. He's still got the like attributes, but he's just not as good. You see what I'm saying?
Really,
and it's a different type of winger. He's more direct, goes on the outside, whereas them man come inside. You know what I mean?
Into the box for who? Mateta hasn't since he's played at the.
I don't know what's going on with them. It's a shame because Palace are probably if I had to have a second team, they'd be my second team. So
your second team got beat, and Harry Wilson got the second goal. Alex Iwobi with the assist. He's doing well at Fulham this season. A lot of people talking about him.
Yeah,
consistent, just a performer.
And Harry Wilson doing all right.
Three goals in 2 games, mate. He scored again. Yeah. Harry Wilson, mate. Talk about confidence in a little run of form. Former Liverpool boy?
That's what I was going to say, former Liverpool. Still the man end up, bro. That's why Harvey Elliott is going to end up as well, bro.
And then the last game from Saturday, but one of the best games from Saturday was the 3-2 Brentford against Bournemouth. Wissa getting 2 goals.
He's a good striker, man.
Good striker.
He's a good, like, that kind of level. Yeah. He'll get you a decent amount of goals. He works hard.
Constantly
under the radar,
at the moment, definitely under the radar. Did you see Damsgaard's goal?
Yeah, man,
that was a decent.
But you see Brentford, they're involved in bare of these kind of games because they concede so many chances.
Frank even said he's just like, we're so dangerous going forward.
Yeah, and but they just concede so many chances. So like
Evan Nilsson's goal, for instance, that was mistake. They make a lot of mistakes. They make a lot of mistakes, but. Look, they got Clivert's goal. That was a good goal.
That was a good goal. That's the second time this season they've done a corner routine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been working on them. They did it against. Is it Arsenal?
Yeah, they did actually.
Wasn't it? It was. Yeah, you forgot about that one. Yeah.
Well remembered, mate. Well remembered. Let's keep it moving. We're gonna move on to the next point or the next stage of this. I've got a little question for you.
Yeah.
Now that Amarin's in and he's gonna be trying to implement his new style, and there's going to be rumours about signings and stuff, as there always is with United, and how much money he's going to get, etc., etc. If I had to say to you, you get to sell 3 players and you can buy 3 players, give me your 3 players.
The thing is,
who you selling and who you buying.
The thing is, are you talking about like first 11? Because obviously, like there's players I'd sell, but they don't even play for us. Like I'd sell Anthony, I'd sell Maguire, I'd sell Lindelof, but they're not. They're not.
But this is your squad. I'm saying from your 22 or 25 man squad, you got 3 players you can sell and 3 players that you can buy. They're going to aid your team, push you to maybe be contenders for.
Well, like then Casemiro would be one of them then because he's old, isn't it? And
he's but at the moment recently Ugarte.
Yeah, but I don't want that as a pivot.
But do you want? But then Kobe's going to come back for injury. So
I don't want that.
Do you want Casemiro to maybe then sit on the bench and be that guy?
Yeah.
So then why would you sell him?
No, just get rid of him. The amount of.
So this is the thing. You got to think about this real quick.
No, but that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Get rid of Casemiro.
Okay,
because of the amount of money that he costs.
Okay.
Yeah. And then obviously I think all that FFP, PR, whatever stuff.
Yeah.
Like all that to get the money back from that. Mm-hmm. And then because with our midfield, that one of the biggest problems we have, we don't have an engine. Even Mainu, bro, my brother.
Holds it down.
Yeah, my black brother.
Fast.
Bro. When he's doing his recovery runs, it's like he's in mud, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's slow.
Like
he's not very fast.
But then I hear it because Ten Haag had that boy doing all sorts in that midfield, bro. He was doing rescues of the Lopez. But yeah, getting back to it, I would sell Casemiro and then get. Who would I? The thing is, if it was up to me, I would have bought Amadou Onana in it because I think he's physical. He covers ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's good with his duels and he's decent on the ball as well. And obviously he scores headers and stuff like that. Aerial presence, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that's the type of midfield I think we need. based on the system that Amarim's gonna play, I'm not too sure though. Cause I'm not too clued up with how his two midfielders work. Yeah. But whoever the two are in there, one of them has to have lungs. Yeah. You're going to be doing a lot of work.
So maybe Agate's going to keep doing some extra.
Agate should,
because he looked really good actually over.
He seems to be a big confidence player, like a big confidence player. Because obviously when he went to get to PSG, he did well. Yeah. At PSG, he was horrible, and then confidence just went, and then. So I don't know. We'll see. But okay.
So one of them's Casemiro's going. So give me two more that are going.
See, I wouldn't. I'm comfortable with the other people in the 11 in terms of having them in the squad. So then it will just have to be like Maguire and Anthony, bro.
Okay, so them two are gone. Who are you bringing in? What 3 players are you bringing in to aid your squad right now? Obviously, you got to think realistically.
But it's hard now because that's what I mean.
Who you could potentially sway.
I'm thinking of how he's gonna play though. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
think like that.
We need a left wing. We need a left wing back.
You want a football podcast?
We need a left wing. We need a left wing back because obviously Shaw is cooked. Malacia, don't know where he is.
So you're making a sign that.
So we need a left wing back.
So who's
I don't know.
Alphonso Davies. You just go out for it. Literally, I was just about to say.
Alphonso Davies. I'll go all out for him, bro. Give him.
He said, I think I saw an article last week. He said, rumored to me on 240,000 a week and just a 10 mil.
Bro, bring him in, bro.
Bring him in for
obviously, it's easier said than done, isn't it? Because if Real Madrid coming from there.
But then if they're not even offering him that because he has the option.
But then if he goes on with it, they got that Mendy there, haven't they? Yeah, and he's pretty decent and he's pretty solid in that team. So there's not a guarantee that he's going to.
And then you can just have a little youth team man that's coming through. You see the fullback positions. I've always felt like you have your experienced guy like solid, and then there'd always be a young, hungry one for each position. It's ready to come through.
You need to have two decent. You can't have a good one than a young one. No, you can't because
But if the older one's just constantly performing, like you get fullbacks.
Yeah, that's all right. There's enough games in the season.
Bang it out. Do you know what I mean?
There's enough games in the season to be able to do a bit of rotation.
So, who you signing? Alphonso Davies, and then I need the other 2 signings. Who else are you signing?
See the thing.
Are you not signing a striker?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I know you. Hoyland can be on the bench.
I want to have faith.
And Xerxes, I don't know. Maybe he's.
I want to have faith, but based on what I'm kind of reserving.
Do you want an engine in your midfield? Like get an engine.
No, yeah. I think we definitely need to. The midfield is where we're.
Yeah, we'll get 2 midfielders then. Change your midfield.
So but then I'm trying to work. How does he play in that? I don't know what he does. I'm not 100% clued up on how he plays with 2 midfielders, isn't it? So I don't know what type of midfield. Obviously, mainly Ugarte. That's probably a decent.
Yeah. Or you tell him, Amarin, I'm giving you these 2 midfielders. This is what you're working with. Do it.
Bruv.
How about that?
Spot, bro.
Yeah.
Who would I want in there, bro? Believer. Yeah. That's
a couple nods in the background there, by the way. A couple nods.
Brighton do this thing, yeah. Whenever they sign
even though he only just signed, but you're taking him in January.
Bruv. He's a good, and he's left-footed, and left-footer's always got that little bit of swaz. You know what I mean? Like he's and obviously he done well when he come against City. Yeah. He's done well this season. Yeah, he's strong. He can play.
I wasn't even thinking about that, but that's a great shout.
I think
so. Davis and Belieber. So you clearly got an issue with left-footed players at your club. So you're bringing.
I think we do need a couple more. It's good for the balance, isn't it? It's good for the balance.
And then who's your other guy?
We need. I don't know whether I'd go striker or like a winger because
I would say probably a winger.
Yeah, because I think like obviously
outside looking in,
we've got Ahmad, Garnacho, and Rashford. For them to be your starting 3 wingers, that's not good, bro.
Yeah,
it's not looking good. But I don't know. Who would I?
Any suggestions in the back over there, boys? Any wingers?
Who? Yeah, actually, yeah.
What from?
Yeah, he's good.
Forest.
No.
Forest, sorry.
From Bilbao. Is it Bilbao?
Oh yeah, Bilbao. Yeah. Hey, listen. He ain't leaving Spain. I don't think.
He will eventually.
He's gonna be one of them dons that's just gonna stay.
No, he will eventually.
You reckon?
I don't know. The thing is, I'm trying to think of the system that the manager plays because the way he plays with Sporting and the way they play, it won't. That he's more of a winger. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So he might not suit it as much because he likes to have like 2 inside, like almost hybrid 10s. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But
bring a 10 then.
We probably have to sign a striker. We would. I'll be honest with you because.
So
And it has to be Gyoki, whatever his name is. Like, yeah. Sit down on the Gyoki.
What's the celebration? My man's out here doing
the Bane thing,
the whole Bane thing and that.
Nah, but you know what?
He's a beast.
It's mad because my cousin supports Arsenal, innit? And he was like, yeah, we should sign that.
Oh, did you hear that shout? Boniface, man, I'm saying Boniface.
I don't watch him enough. Okay. I don't watch him enough.
No,
I don't watch him enough.
So Girish, Davies.
But the reason why I say that, how do you say it?
I think it's Girish.
What?
I think it's Girish. Girish.
You just call him Gyoki, innit?
Yeah, you just call him GK.
Yeah. The reason why obviously is because Amram played with him, so he understands the system.
Yeah.
He's obviously scored a lot of goals in the past couple of years. He just banged a hat-trick against City.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
so you're convinced that you've seen enough to say bring him in?
I don't know. I'll be honest, not 100%. I would say about 78.
It's tough in the striker market.
But the first what I mean, that like back in the day, if he was around, he wouldn't be anybody, bro.
You see your former striker Lukaku, he's doing bits under his boy Conte again.
Let's move on, please.
Okay. Please. Let's actually move on to the next. Well, as soon as he heard Lukaku, he said, "No, man, shut up, man." With you being a DJ, being an artist for a small period of time, you'll probably make an appearance again, some song, maybe in a year or two, hopefully.
Maybe.
Let's talk about footballers and artists doing that crossover. I've got a couple of names of players that have done it and what we think about it. So I'll run through. There's only like 5 names I'm going to mention here. There's probably a few more that have done it like old school as well. So I think I mentioned Andy Cole to you the other day. You didn't even know that. So we don't even want to talk about Uncle Andy on here, talking about him doing a tune and that. But the ones I'm going to mention you will know about or you would have heard about or there's speculation about. So the first one, Memphis Depay.
Yeah, he's been doing music for time. He's been doing music.
What do you think about players doing this whole like footballer / music thing? Do you think it's a big deal? Because you know, like, there's going to be people that will talk about it. No, but no, you're a footballer. You shouldn't be doing that.
I hear it though. I hear it from both sides because like it's like, bro, just focus on your football. I get that. Yeah, you know, I say
but then you have so much spare time.
Yeah, I know, but like, bro, just focus on your football, man. Like, I'm a little bit old school as well, innit? In the thinking, like,
so what, like old school like Souness?
No, not that bad. But like, bro, like, what you're doing that too much, innit? You know what I mean? Like, and I like when footballers are just footballers, and they didn't like people and stuff like that. But now everyone's friends and everyone's all pally and that. And it takes the bite out of the game, man. So I mean, I'm not gonna say not do it as well. That's what I'm saying. I'm on both sides, innit? Because if you can do it, then do it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have that regret.
So you've got nothing against it.
I've got nothing against it. No,
so Memphis Depay, you've known he's been doing.
He's been doing it for time.
He's been doing his thing for time.
Gosh, yeah, he's been doing it for ages, bro.
Do you rate it?
I don't know what you're saying. I'll be real. It sounds alright, innit? Yeah. Obviously, it's in Dutch, innit? So it sounds decent.
Okay.
And like, if it was dead, then I think we'd know it was crap. You know what I mean?
He'd be getting flamed.
Yeah, he'd be getting.
There is the next artist I'm going to bring into it. We mentioned him because he assisted this weekend. Alexander Iwobi, he literally dropped a tune I think last week. What are you saying about that? Have you heard it?
The tune's alright, man. It's alright tune, but he's bit. You know when you can tell that someone's been wanting to do music for time. Yeah, like they've been writing bars for time. Yeah, they've just been waiting for that opportunity. Yeah, I just think
he did a tune with the next person I'm going to mention, which is Chuba Akpong. They did that. They've actually got it. It was like "Don't Shoot." It's called. Yeah, I remember listening to it. I thought it saved on my.
I don't mind. Like, I'm all for people having a bit of like doing stuff outside of the box and having a bit of fun in it. So
it's good to see them and the teammates linking up. Died. The one that the mysterious.
Oh, the mysterious one. Yeah,
mysterious. We still don't know. Apparently, they're saying it's Shay Ojo that played for Liverpool because of tattoos and stuff. But his flow sounded.
He was good. Yeah, he was good. He was
decent. Rafael Leao.
He done music.
He's done music as well.
He does everything though. He's a little model. He's a lot, bro.
Do you know what? I like him slightly, man. He seems like he'd be good vibes. He'd be good vibes. Uncle. Let's talk about an Uncle Asamoah Gyan. The best. Oh wow.
Out of all of them, that's the GOAT, bro. I don't care. Out of everyone who's done music and plays football, he is the GOAT, bro. What?
So Asamoah is the one.
Asamoah
is the one.
Hey.
And then Romelu Lukaku.
But did he actually do music, or was he just trying to?
Or is it just a freestyle?
Listen, I don't know why, but I just can't stand him.
Get out of here, Romelu.
He annoys me, man. Oh, bro, when he does all that
I don't understand. Why does he vex you so much, bro?
He does this thing where, like, the way he talks, like, he thinks he's so sick. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But like, I don't want to sound like that in it, because they'll be like, "Oh, that's your black brother. You got to support." Tuners and that in it, but I don't know. There's something about it. I don't remember when he was at Man United, then he started talking about stuff and like leaking stuff from the change rooms and that. Yeah. And I remember one time he posted up the times of the run, that the sprints or something, and Luke Shaw's last or something. He's like, Luke Shaw. Why you releasing that shit for, bro? Like,
oh shit!
That's
a bit cold to do your own teammate like that. Yeah, that's a weirdo. Weird, baby. Okay, fair enough. We're coming towards the end of the episode. It's been very good so far. Some good topics been touched this week. So let's move on to the last thing, which is going to be a quick fire round. I'm just going to name like a player or a manager, and you're just going to tell me who you prefer, basically. Okay, and it's going to be just Man United related. Okay. The first one I'm going to do is Louis van Gaal or the latest manager that's just been.
What, Ten Haag?
Ten Haag.
Oh, you know that's tough. Do you know why? Because I
like a toughie.
I went to many games under Van Gaal. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, the worst stuff I've seen, bro. Honestly. Okay. But saying that, he at least had an identity. He had a way of playing. It just weren't nice to watch. Yeah. And we did well in the big games. Okay. And we won at Anfield. We don't do that, bruv. You know what I mean? Yeah. So and he won the FA Cup.
I was a Liverpool fan over there saying.
He won the FA Cup as well, to be fair. Yeah. He just didn't win the League Cup. So I'd have to say Van Gaal, man.
So Van Gaal. Yeah. Okay. So the next one I'm gonna ask you is, we'll take it into midfield now. Casemiro or Scott McTominay?
Hey.
I didn't say it was going to be easy. We're going to make you think about these ones.
What sense, like
who do you prefer? It's just literally who you prefer.
Well, it's Casemiro then, isn't it?
You prefer Casemiro to Scott McTominay in terms of like performances you've seen as a fan over the years from both of them, yeah? That's the question.
Yeah, but McTominay's been there for longer. Oh, you know what? It's tough actually, because McTominay's got some goals in him, man. I'm not going to lie. But then he's just been him being there has just always been annoying, because he's always end up starting in games that he shouldn't be starting. You see what I'm saying? Like he's even when he come off the bench and scored them 2 goals against Brentford, that all of a sudden Ten Hag started him in every game. Bruv, he's a bench, bring him off the bench, bro. And that whole run we were just getting mashed up by everybody. You see what I'm saying? So McTominay's vexed me more than Casemiro has, but McTominay's probably obviously scored more goals and given me more like raw moments than.
Okay.
So that's a tough one actually.
All right. So
I'm gonna say. So what am I saying? Who I prefer?
Yeah, who do you prefer, Scott McTominay or Casemiro?
Fuck. I have to go for the local boy, man.
Yeah,
Scotty.
McSauce.
Scotty.
Let's go. I'm gonna give you a tough one because you've had some very, very good strikers. Let's go with Ruud van Nistelrooy. These are all off the top of my head, by the way. I know that I sent this to you, but I literally forgot to even write names down. So off the top of my head, let's go in terms of strikers. Ruud van Nistelrooy or Dwight York.
Ruud.
Yep. Okay. And then this might be I don't know if it's going to be a tough one, but I think it's an obvious one in terms of just asking a Man United fan. Wayne Rooney or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Rooney.
Wow, okay.
I prefer
Rooney
all day, bro.
Okay. I mean, I'm not surprised.
He's not better than him.
I'm not surprised.
But Rooney's the guy.
Rooney was just the guy. Yeah. Let me try and think. I'm gonna think a couple more because you've had some good ones that we can do some comparisons with.
Yeah, there's probably some tough ones in there.
Let's go with Rio Ferdinand or Nemanja Vidic.
Ferdinand.
Wow. Ooh, on the chest. Bang! Ferdinand. Both different sides of the pitch, but David Beckham or Ryan Giggs?
Beckham, bro.
Beckham over Giggs.
Beckham all day, man. And then Giggs obviously had a better career, be United career, but Beckham is just I'd put Beckham over many
And
people.
then the last one I'm going to go with is, I'm going to split them, even though they were a great partnership, is Dwight Cole or Dwight York or Andy Cole, sorry.
You already said Dwight York, so don't do that.
Because
no one's getting above Andy Cole, bro.
Yeah, okay. Uncle wins. Any help, guys? Any recommendations, like Man United?
Yeah, let's go to the crowd. What was the crowd saying? You got any shouts from the crowd?
Any shouts from the crowd? Like,
obviously, we've got a couple of men in the crowd now. Obviously, I've got a crowd in. You get me? I've got a little crowd.
That's what Lenky does.
You know
That's what he does. Or Lenky. Who?
Skulls or Lenky.
Why do you do that for? It's Skulls, isn't it? Like,
he knows you love Mania, isn't it? That's
why it has to be Skulls.
You know,
bro.
you have to. I can't say Mania. What you got over there?
I actually like both of them though, you know.
Who did he say?
Veron or Jemba Jemba.
Veron or Jemba.
Veron, bro. Veron did some bits.
Yeah.
He did some bits, innit? G-Song Park. Yeah. I preferred Anderson.
Anderson or G-Song Park, that was, by the way.
I preferred Anderson, like, personally. But G-Song Park did bits for us, man.
Yeah. He was solid. Well, that wraps up and concludes the episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe. We're literally at Top Cinco Pod. That is on YouTube, and that is literally on Instagram as well. So make sure you check out all those platforms, or TikTok as well. Sorry.
Yeah, TikTok too.
TikTok.
You dancing on
at
there?
Top Cinco Pod. Like, I'm not even dancing on there, but I'm just dropping shit on there, and you guys are lapping it up. Like, that's probably where I'm getting the most views. So keep doing that. Love for the support on there. At Top Cinco Pod. Thank you very much for watching.